our kitchen, and we have had to make some changes from the original kitchen that was in this home. The sink we have purchased, and the table and chairs have been things that have been donated here. And also these two cupboards that are hanging on the wall up here, we used to have Eagle Scout projects that we would have the scouts come, and this was a young boy that he actually got these cupboards and he painted them, and he came and he attached them to the walls. The old stove was donated, and even the Hoosier or cabinet here was something that we had got from someone. Well, this is a unique telephone here. Let me show you how we use this. This little handle on the side, we turn it and then we say, "Mary, I want to talk to Betty." Well, why am I saying Mary? Who's Mary? Mary is the switchboard operator. She has a great big switchboard, and then she has little cords. She pulls the cords up and plugs them in so that I can talk to Betty. She is the operator. And this is another phone, same thing. To the operator you say, "Mary, I want to talk to Betty." Because there's no dial, there's not anything that you can use to dial Betty's number. You have to go through the operator. Then this come into view. And this we had numbers, and we can call who we want. "Hi, Betty." But you know what? Sometimes when you'd pick up the phone, somebody else was on it. And that's because it was a party line. Sometimes they had 3 or 4 people, families, on a party line. And if you heard someone already on it that was using it, you had to hang it up and wait. That'd be hard for this generation, wouldn't it? This is very cold on the top. It's an ice box, that's what they call this, and this is where they kept their food. Except the Iceman had to come in every day with a big block of ice, and he would carry it with these. He'd carry it in, set it in this upper part, and it would keep all the food down here. That's where we kept our food, our milk, to stay cold. This is an interesting stove, and the reason I say that is because what we would do if we wanted to build a fire to heat up our food is we'd take this off, we would put wood or coal inside and light it, and that heats up the whole top of the stove. So we can cook a number of things at the same time. Now this one will show you what the temperature is, but you know, on some of the stoves they had long ago, the person that was cooking, she could just stick her arm inside the oven. She was so familiar with the heat, she knew whether the heat was good to bake bread or to bake a pie. This is a toaster, and how you work this toaster is you pull these out, you put a slice of bread here and a slice of bread here, then you close it, and it's got holes in the bottom. And what we do with that is we'll set this over here on the stove, we'll wait so long, and pretty soon one side of the bread is toasted. So then we have to take the bread, turn it around to get the other side toasted, and do the same thing. Put it back on the stove. And eventually you have 2 pieces of toast. This is called a Hoosier, this cabinet. And as you can see, we have lots of things on it, but that's just so that you can look at the different things that it took to do baking and to make bread. This is a grinder, and inside this grinder is some wheat. So we're putting wheat into the grinder, and then we're grinding it. And look what we get. It's like flour. This flour, once it's ground, we put in a sifter. We put it up in here, and then we go like this and turn this little handle, and it's finely sifted. So it's ground and sifted into this bowl and all ready to make our bread. After our bread is all done, we want some butter to go on it. So then what we would do is we would take this, and this is a butter churn. But I want to show you an earlier butter churn, and that is this over here. This is the old time. They would put their cream in there, go like this, and keep it going, stirring, 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 until the cream got thick and was the consistency of butter. It wouldn't necessarily be the bright yellow that you find in the grocery stores, but they would have butter, they would scrape it out of this, and they had a little mold here. They would scrape the butter out of here, put it in this little block, tamp it down, and make it into a square of butter.